これは2025年度 NRF リテールビッグショーの小売店ツアーにご招待する動画です。小売店ツアーは世界中の小売店からのご回答やコメントをもとにして作成されております。今回取り上げておりますのは5番街アメリカンドリーム、双方ミートパッキング、オキュラスの超有名店です。今回の小売店ツアーはニューヨークに住んでいる専門家の人たちがご案内しております。どのお店も最高の小売業種監修の代表格ですので、イノベーションの最先端を歩み続けるための優れた手引きとなることをお約束します。それでは小売店ツアーでお会いするのを楽しみにしております。
So I want to tell you about the Oculus because it's a very special place. Salvatore Calatrava basically designed this. The actual architecture, if you look outside, is a dove. His wings are out and the dove is ready to fly above this place. When we put the tours together every year, we spend weeks discussing the needs of retailers, brands, and so forth. A really good example of 8 different factors that really drive retail success is Apple, right here. And so when Apple hires people, they hire people based on kindness and they evaluate them on empathy. What they have is a very specific training program. They hire people who are kind and evaluate them based on empathy. They have a store design, they have an experience. They're constantly treating their customers as if they're family. That's one of the big factors that Sephora, Hermes, Louis Vuitton all have. They look at that customer journey as a lifelong relationship. I call it meandering design, and it's an experience where you feel like you're in a market. I mean, everything here is fresh. The cheese is made here. The bread is baked over there. The biggest challenge here is leaving. And leaving without eating something is almost rude. There's been an explosion of retail media for good purpose. And one of the good examples of it is I think it's the longest video screen in the world, and it resides between the Westfield World Trade Center and Brookfield Place. At the Nike store yesterday, there was a group of about 100 people that were going for a Nike sponsored run. And it's gorgeous. If you look outside, there's the Hudson River. Right across from the Hudson River is Ellis Island. Not too far from there is the Statue of Liberty. So it's quite a unique place. This is filled with fashion and beauty, and it's sort of a nice enclave for shopping. Soho, the Louis Vuitton store, is unique in that every quarter there's a new theme, and that particular theme of the store is covered by thousands, if not millions, of influencers. So they've actually built a business model for that store based on media coverage. There is so much to show you here in Soho and other places that we're going to be featuring. So we invite you to come to take a retail store tour. You'll never see New York the same way. New York City is the epicenter of retail innovation. 85% of the design talent is here in New York. You've got Tiffany. Across from Tiffany, you've got LVMH. Not too far from that, you've got the iconic Saks Fifth Avenue. You couldn't make this up. This is utopia for luxury shopping. The reason why we like meatpacking so much is because, well, it's new to the NRF, so welcome everyone. But also, it's got a really great mix. It's got stores like Lucid, Fisker, Tesla from the EV point of view. It's got Google's second flagship store. We have Samsung, which is the latest cutting edge for technology and digital signage. We have Starbucks, and we have the Chelsea Market. So one of our favorite stores in meatpacking is Restoration Hardware. And Restoration Hardware is basically themed by floor, depending on what your bedroom, is it dining room, is it outdoor, and so forth. The experts there are truly helpful in finding all the right elements you need for store design. And when you're all done shopping, you can actually go to a terrific restaurant, which is on the 5th floor, and overlook New York City and have a sumptuous meal. Restoration Hardware is another must-see destination in meatpacking. So what is it that makes the American Dream so special? Well, as we take a look around here, what do you see? You see what's called an architecture meandering design. You may ask yourself, what is meandering design? Meandering design basically replicates what has been the shopping environment for thousands of years in markets, in souks around the world. When there is no line of sight, there is no end to the experience. At no point can you see where American Dream begins or when American Dream ends. These are game-changing experiences. They're showing you things that they don't show anyone else, and they're speaking to you from a business point of view. We literally spend 8 weeks preparing for the NRF, and we have drills and training. We had the CEO of the largest fast food company in the world on one of our tours, and he said, I got 4 months of business development done in 2 days.
Hi, I'm Andy Heck, President and co-owner of Alpenhaus. This past February, I, along with my team, spent a day in New York City with Dan Hodges from Retail Store Tours. We were looking to do a major renovation and expansion of our ski and pool store in upstate New York, and we were looking for all sorts of ideas on what was the future of retail. So Dan spent a great day with us, walking us through all sorts of different retail stores in the Soho area of New York City. We saw a lot of different retailers that were similar to what we do, yet we saw some that were not even close to what we do. But the best part was we got so many ideas that we were able to take away to implement in our store. And really, with our expansion as it's winding down, all I can say is we wouldn't have done what we did if it weren't for that day we spent with Dan. The ideas we got were just amazing, and we've been able to incorporate everything into the store, and just it's been amazing, and the customer feedback already has just been through the roof.
I love the informal nature of the tour, and I love the fact that we got to see behind the scenes and got the story behind the story, behind the retail technology.
We partnered with Retail Store Tours for NRF, and the tour experience was great. The tours were just deep. They were really informative. They weren't just what we expected either. We learned a lot more than I think what we bargained for. Details, behind the scenes stuff, facts and figures.
I just can't recommend Dan enough. Spending time with him was just amazing.
A great eye-opener and keeping you abreast with the latest in retail, and definitely recommend it.
With Retail Store Tours, I could not endorse the team any more. They are phenomenal and professional.